All right, guys, here we go. Off to Paris, walking down my street here in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. I think I'm on time. I'm getting public transit because I'm flying out of Newark and I don't feel like spending $100+. So the goal is to get there with enough time to sit down and have a good meal and relish in the fact that I will be in Paris tomorrow. Getting to the Newark airport is no easy feat, but I did it and I was able to sit down, check into the Wi-Fi, have a good meal, and get ready to board my 7-hour flight to Paris. There were a lot of people on this flight with me. So they're boarding by seat number, and here I thought that I was gonna be a baller with seat number 18. Turns out that they started in the back. So I gotta wait. And off we went to Paris. It was a fairly uneventful flight, and before I knew it, I had landed in rainy Paris. Made it. I'm in the tiniest elevator, and I'm obsessed with how tiny it is. So here's the room. It's much smaller than I even anticipated. So I wanted 2 separate beds, but I'm sure Renee and I can fit in this together. And then the bathroom. It's a good sized bathroom. But welcome to hotel living in France. Not much different than New York City. All right, freshened up the face. Had to wash it all away. My 4.5 hours of sleeping. New mascara, some serum, some new cover up of this pimple, a red lip, and yeah, and I'm off. I'm not gonna waste a second, guys. I have maybe 3 hours of shopping before the stores start to close, and I need a coffee. Had my first beautiful meal here in Paris, and now I'm getting on the subway metro. It's not too hard to find, but I haven't taken it for 4 years, so we will see how I do. All right, guys, I did it. The Paris subway is very easy, but it's very old school. You use a piece of paper to put in the machine, and then you have to put it in the machine when you leave to exit. So you always have to put this piece of paper exactly where you can find it. Welcome. Another thing about the Paris subway, I tried to use my credit card to get the tickets. It didn't work. It wanted a PIN. Credit cards don't have PINs here. So I used my debit card and everything was okay. But I still haven't, gotten euros out. I left a ton of euros back in New York, probably like 20 bucks worth, but whatever. All right, here's the train on the other side. Made it, took the right subway, got off at the right stop. Here we go. First secondhand stop. Thanks God I'm VIP. Public toilets. We are in dire need. Okay, so this store has over 200 reviews on Google. I have high expectations. Don't know the price, but I'm letting go. And I want to get things that I can't find anywhere else. Rain can't stop this boss, babe. Thanks God I'm a VIP. Look at those doors. Got that nice merchandising. Ooh. All right, this place is so big that I just passed by the men's. This is the women's. So now I found it. Vintage and tradition. That's what that says. Let's see. This store was my dream come true. Okay, real talk, it wasn't a thrift store. This was a vintage and designer secondhand store. It was beautifully curated by color, but babes, what an experience. I just wanted to buy everything. I mean, it was hard to execute self-control, but I did spend about 90 minutes here. I have to say that it was a little intimidating because when you don't speak the language and it's like an upscale designer store, sometimes you can just kind of feel like a fish out of water. But the aesthetic, the ambiance, the pieces, it was totally worth it. And I found a few things for moi. Yes, I took these Leonard vintage party pants home with me. Oh my God, they look even better on now. I've styled them with a completely different top and a vibe, kind of like a streetwear vibe. I also tried on a bunch of other pieces, but here's the truth about French vintage. The pieces were really small. I felt like I had to just get like a few sizes up. Nothing quite fit in the booty. I guess my butt is kind of big for French standards. Just keeping it real with you guys. But all in all, great experience, and thank you to Thanx God I'm a VIP. Pouring rain, and now the sun has come out, and I feel so much happier knowing that I'll have some sunshine while I'm here in Paris, because the rest of the week may or may not be rainy. And FYI, threw down $364. Full show and tell coming soon. So I just used the public toilet. But at least there was a public toilet. Girl knows how to squat. Didn't have any toilet paper, so I ripped a piece of brown paper off of my bag from the vintage store. Don't hate me in the comments. You gotta do what you gotta do, especially when you're traveling. One of my favorite things to do when traveling, next to thrifting of course, is just to walk around the city. You never know what you're going to see. I could have filmed it for you guys. I saw a man on a scooter with a cigar. And it wasn't a man, it was like maybe a 30-something. That is something you don't see every day. In other news, American Express is not accepted everywhere you want to go. I was just denied use of my Amex, which I'm not surprised. They have such high fees, but some BS. So there's my hotel. And now that it's a beautiful day, I can show you guys the vibes. Here's my tiny little elevator. I love it. I totally picked this hotel like a book based on its cover. Sorry, not sorry. I judge aesthetics for a living. Yay, there's my converter from Euro Thrift Trip #1. She plugged in. I also brought a UK one. I mean, just in case my plans change, right? And that is a EU converter. All right, guys, I'm charging up, waiting for my friend Renee from Munich to land. I haven't seen her maybe 6 months. She comes to New York twice a year, and she's become a dear friend. I first met her on my NYC secondhand shopping tour, and the relationship grew and grew and grew, and here we are traveling together. I love life, and that's one of the blessings that I cannot forget, and sometimes I forget. One of the blessings of what I do is that I meet such wonderful people.